Let's kick off this explainer by jumping straight to the absolute end of the story. Picture this, an apocalyptic clash against the heavenly Tao itself, the ultimate governing law of the universe. It's a battle so intense, it's literally tearing space and time apart. Our protagonist, Lăng Thiên, is locked in this desperate, high-stakes death match down in the underworld. The heavenly Tao is dropping these massive chains from the sky, just trying to bind and crush him. And in this final, defiant surge of power, Lăng Thiên unleashes an ultimate strike that completely shatters the very fabric of reality. But here's the kicker. That catastrophic clash, it triggers a massive 300-year regression. The source material drops this once unrivaled master right back to his absolute lowest point. He wakes up 3 centuries in the past, finding himself stuck in the broken, discarded body of a trashed disciple. He's literally being thrown out like garbage at the Black Wind Cliff. His cultivation is totally gone, his body is ruined, and he has absolutely nothing left. Well, nothing except his memories. And it's truly fascinating to think about the stark contrast between his 2 lives. In his past life, he was naive, trusting, and ultimately betrayed by his fiancée, Nuet, who literally sold him out for a cheap beauty pill. Just a tragic, almost pathetic end. But now, armed with 300 years of bloody memories, his current incarnation vows never to be betrayed again. He adopts this philosophy of absolute ruthlessness. This taps right into why we all love the ruthless protagonist trope so much, right? It's the ultimate fantasy of reclaiming agency. That naive boy is dead and gone. In his place is a cold, decisive conqueror. So, to rewrite his destiny, he faces this monumental, overarching goal: climbing a grueling cultivation ladder from absolute scratch. To defy fate, he has to rebuild that ruined core and ascend through 6 distinct stages, all the way from body refining up to celestial being. It is a huge task. But Lăng Thiên knows normal methods just aren't going to cut it if he wants to shatter the chains of the universe's laws. He needs something entirely unprecedented.
His strategy relies on building an insanely overpowered foundation. He doesn't just cultivate like a regular guy. He uses the chaos scripture for dual cultivation, secures the demon god art for unparalleled physical body refining using beast blood, and anchors the whole shebang with his ultimate weapon, the chaos sword. This really highlights his strategic genius. He's not just training, he's systematically hacking the universe's magic system to guarantee absolute victory.
Now, the Chaos Sword is notoriously arrogant. According to the lore, 900 other legendary swords actually fled just from its mere presence. But Lăng Thiên, he doesn't beg for its loyalty. No way. He forces the weapon into submission with pure, raw willpower, declaring, "My sword intent is higher than the heavens." He uses absolute dominance to crush the sword's pride, proving that his intent eclipses even the heavens themselves. Section 1. The Case Study, the Huyền Thiết Mine Incident. The fast-paced action of this arc kicks right off at the Huyền Thiết Mine. Lăng Thiên feels this strange resonance calling out from deep underground, and he ends up unearthing a fallen venerable's golden arm bone, basically the remains of an ancient supreme warrior. Without a second of hesitation, he absorbs this legendary sword bone directly into his own arm to forge the Sword King body. This absolute power move pushes his cultivation straight to the spirit wheel stage in record time. But of course, just as he absorbs the bone, all hell breaks loose. Rival factions show up to claim the treasure and take his head. First, you've got Liu Hak from the Liu family out for revenge because the Lăng Thiên killed his son. Then comes the arrogant noble Muk Lim, a powerful aristocrat who previously humiliated Lăng Thien's brother. Suddenly, our guy is vastly outnumbered and completely surrounded by seasoned warriors at the Spirit Sea stage. That is a full major realm above his own. And this encounter perfectly captures the concept of Sat Phot Quit Dawn, which basically translates to being utterly cold, decisive, and completely merciless in battle. Despite being only at the spirit wheel stage, Lăng Thiên doesn't even flinch. He uses his newly forged strength to effortlessly slaughter one of the higher-level elite guards, Ko Lang, with just one precise, blindingly fast strike. The crowd is left in absolute shock. It really underscores exactly why this ruthless protagonist archetype is so incredibly satisfying to follow when the odds seem impossibly stacked against him. The sheer terror Lăng Thiên inspires right after that first kill is staggering. Seeing his comrade fall like that, another elite guard, Yu Dao, realizes conventional tactics just aren't going to work. So, in a desperate bid for survival, he activates a forbidden blood sacrifice technique. He literally burns 10 years of his own lifespan just to boost his power. Just think about that logic for a second. Sacrificing a full decade of your life just to survive a fight against someone an entire cultivation stage below you.
But the real twist of this battle is how Lăng Thiên actually fights. When Yu Dao mocks him for dropping his physical sword during their clash, Lăng Thiên reveals his true trump card. Actually, scratch that. He reveals he doesn't even need a sword. Because of that golden bone he absorbed earlier, he uses his newly forged right arm as a literal, devastating weapon. He unleashes a sword wave directly from his bare arm, completely overpowering these higher-level enemies and cementing his absolute dominance.
Section 2. The Horizon, the True Dragon Realm. So, the True Dragon Realm is this ancient mythical dimension that only opens every 10 years for a brief 3-month window. It serves as a massive, bloody battleground where the absolute strongest geniuses from all the different factions gather. It is packed with unimaginable treasures, ancient beast blood, and wildly lethal competition. It's essentially a meat grinder for the weak, a genuinely terrifying place. But for Lăng Thiên, it's basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for his power scaling. While everyone else is fighting for their lives in there, Lăng Thiên uses the chaotic environment to casually push his limits. By hunting beasts and absorbing their blood, he fully masters the demon god art in just half a day. Half a day? That speed completely breaks the genre's rules. He effortlessly one-punches a rival top-tier genius named Ta Quan, secures 3 priceless drops of true dragon blood, and pulls off the ultimate heist, stealing the mythical true dragon egg right out from under everybody's noses. Well, naturally, stealing a mythical dragon egg instantly makes you public enemy number 1. Every major faction leader and ancestor descends on him, fully ready to kill him for the loot. But just as things are looking grim, his master, Thernai, makes this incredibly grand entrance. Channeling the supreme Tao, his master casually crushes 6 enemy ancestors with a single, overwhelming move. He totally secures Lăng Thien's escape and leaves all the rival factions completely humiliated. So what does all this mean? It brings us to the ultimate question we have to ask ourselves after analyzing this text. Lăng Thiên has completely rewritten his fate. He possesses an indestructible body, forged by the demon god art. He wields the supreme chaos sword, and now he's incubating a mythical true dragon egg. With a mind hardened by 300 years of betrayal and a complete refusal to show mercy, is there absolutely anything left in this universe, even the heavenly Tao itself, that can possibly stand in his way?